The trailer for the third season of Legend of Vox Machina, the animated series adapted from the first campaign of Critical Role, has dropped, and I am beyond freaking hyped. Hello everyone, I'm Finn. Welcome back to Finn Films. For those of you who are new to my channel, I am a massive Dungeons & Dragons nerd, as well as a massive fan of Critical Role, the group of nerdy-ass voice actors and Dungeons & Dragons content creators who have created what is easily the most successful stream Dungeons & Dragons game of all time. Today, I'm going to be reacting to and breaking down everything in the trailer for Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, the Critical Role animated series, which is currently telling the story of the Chroma Conclave, a group of chromatic dragons who wish to subjugate the entire world. So for those of you who are familiar with my channel, you know that I am a massive Critical Role fan. I've been following these guys basically like since day one of the Geek and Sundry days. I've done like a ton of Critical Role related content here on this channel, from like lore videos to episodic breakdowns of the D&D game, as well as taking a deep dive into Critical Role's hit animated series, Legend of Vox Machina, just to name a few. For a quick little Critical Role history lesson, after the early success this group had on Twitch after the release of D&D 5e, they decided they wanted to crowdfund and create a one-off episode, a one-off animated episode adapted from their first Critical Role campaign game. Long story short, they ended up raising way more money than I think they ever could have expected on Kickstarter, so they decided to team up with Amazon Prime Video, the streaming service, as well as the amazing animation studio Titmouse, the studio behind what I think is probably the best Western animated series of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender, to create what is now 2 full seasons of the Legend of Vox Machina, the Critical Role animated series, with a 3rd season set to debut in early October of 2024. As I said, Legend of Vox Machina is an animated adaptation of Critical Role Campaign 1, which tells the story of Vox Machina, a group of unlikely adventurers who, through a series of really insane events, suddenly find themselves becoming great heroes for their realm of Taldore and saving the world on multiple occasions. I absolutely love Legend of Vox Machina. It's not just like a great Critical Role fan show or just a great like D&D animated show. It's just like a great animated show, full stop. I'm serious, even if you couldn't care less about Dungeons & Dragons, you're not a fan of Critical Role, or you even really know like what Critical Role is, you need to watch this show. To me, Legend of Vox Machina literally ticks like every single box that I would want from like a more like adult themed serious animated show. It is beautiful to look at, and it contains fun, intense action scenes that are broken up by some hilarious comedy bits, and then they suddenly hit you with these deep emotional and like really dramatic storytelling beats with a ton of like character progression, with just buckets full of like really deep, like meaningful themes, all wrapped up in this really amazingly fleshed out world filled with fleshed out character that is Taldore, all created by the genius himself, Matt Mercer, the dungeon master for Critical Role. Again, I've done a ton of content exploring the like really many deep themes and storytelling elements from this show on my channel, from like Percy's dramatic dark arc in Season 1 to Keyleth's kind of coming of age story in Season 2. So if you like Critical Role and Legend of Vox Machina, I do highly recommend checking out some of these videos on my channel. Now though, we move on to Season 3 and what is most likely the climax of the Chroma Conclave arc. So, you know, enough yapping from me. Let's just get on to the reacting to the Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 trailer, shall we? Before we get into that though, I just need to give a quick thank you to all of you watching this video. This type of content, these videos that I make on this channel, are made basically possible because of viewers like you. Your support on these videos, your engagement on these videos, from your likes to your comments, or simply just watching the video, is basically what makes these videos possible on this channel and what makes it possible for me to upload as much as I do. So I just want to say a big thank you to you all. As well, if you are enjoying the content or you do enjoy the content, please like the video and maybe even consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. Okay, we've yapped more than enough. Let's just get into the trailer, shall we? Also, just to note, guys, I'm going to be trying to break down as much as I can from this 2-minute long trailer. So technically, this is a spoiler warning if somehow you don't know what's going to happen, the events of Legend of Vox Machina from Campaign 1. So do consider yourself warned as a spoiler warning here. Oh, man. Oh, okay, hold up. We're pausing already. We literally are 4 seconds in, and I have to pause because they hit us with some crazy scenes. So right off the back, they're hitting us with some crazy animations from Titmouse. This is most likely Emon, it looks like, from post Thordak takeover, whenever Thordak basically turns Emon into this basically like a active volcano, just absolutely destroys it. And oh my god, look at these animations. I've said this before at the beginning of the video, but the animations in this show are fantastic. Titmouse is an absolutely amazing animation studio, and combined with the, very intricate, detailed storytelling of Matt Mercer, they've created some absolutely epic scenes. Here again, we got Vax with Thordak in the heart of Emon, kind of towards the climax of Critical Role Campaign 1, this arc of the Chroma Conclave. Thordak there, the Cinder King, and all of his flaming glory. We got Vex and Percy, excuse me. Oh my gosh, okay, there's just so much happening. Hold up, we're gonna have to rewind and take this frame by frame. So we got Vex and Percy here. We got the legendary bow, the vestige of the Divergent, Finthris, which we saw Vex get in Season 2. I believe this is probably a scene from when they fight Vorugal, I think, in the kind of frozen tundra wasteland. I believe that this is most likely where this scene is coming from. Then we flash again to my main boy, Vax, everyone's favorite edgy boy, Vax, in the heart. Yeah, that was definitely the heart of Emon. Again, let's rewind here. The heart of Emon in the Cinder King's lair. This is definitely Thordak's lair here towards the climax of the Chroma Conclave arc. We got the dragon eggs here as Thordak was trying to unleash an army of dragons. I mean, just look at this scene. This is some crazy animations. We then got an older Keyleth crying here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is most likely a kind of vision of the future. We have an older Keyleth here crying in a graveyard next to an altar, a kind of altar, I guess, in the honor of Vox Machina here. We got Percy, Pike, Scanlan, Grog with his majestic beard, Vax, and Pike. The VM logo here in this graveyard as Keyleth is crying. One of the big aspects of Keyleth's storyline is the fact that, because she is a half-elf or an elf, she is going to live, and a druid, she's going to outlive basically her entire party and all of her friends. And this is a fear that Keyleth has here. This is a fear that she will outlive everyone and they will all die. I can't remember if this is specifically a scene, like a vision that Keyleth has from Campaign 1, but that's very much what we're seeing here. We're seeing kind of Keyleth's existential fears of outliving all of her friends dying, something that plagues her, throughout all of Campaign 1. We got Vax in his armor, the Raven Queen's armor, flying away from Thordak. That's freaking epic. Oh my god, it's such an epic scene. Another epic Thordak scene. All of the boys here. We got Thordak and Vorugal just causing absolute havoc and mayhem here in Taldore. I believe that was Raishon in human form. That's gotta be Raishon in human form here. I wonder who is the voice actress for Raishon here. Obviously, amazing voice acting in this animated series, one coming from the Critical Role cast and all of their voice actor friends. Oh my gosh. Again, we got Thordak just causing absolute destruction here. Vex with the raven feathers. Obviously, we have Vax and his relationship to the Raven Queen, which is very important for Campaign 1. Basically, Vax's storyline, as we saw in the second season of Legend of Vox Machina, with those absolutely amazing Raven Queen scenes, some of my favorite scenes of all time from this show so far. Keyleth, Vex, my boy Percy, the edgy boy. Hell, I'm not exactly sure who this character is off the top of my head. I believe that they look like a tiefling or some kind of some kind of demonic person. We know that Vox Machina does go to hell in the Chroma Conclave arc to retrieve one of the last vestiges of the Divergence. I believe it's Pike's armor off the top of my head. So it looks like they're going to hell in this season. That was a crazy scene. Obviously, Alora and Kima, our boys, going to hell, and it looks like they are in the hells. Yes. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh, the music. This is sick. This is sick. Oh my god. Okay, yes, this is definitely the 9 hells in D&D Dungeons and Dragons lore. It looks like this is going to be probably an extended storyline part of the season here, where they are in the hells, which is going to be awesome. Again, seeing all of this on the animated screen is just absolutely epic. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons, the D&D universe, and specifically the Critical Role Tal'Dorei, Exandria D&D universe on the screen in animated form is just epic, man. Like, this is epic. We got we got the creatures from hell, all of these D&D monsters from hell. Fight with Voragol, Thordak again, the Cinder King. So epic, man. So these scenes are so epic. That's a callback to the intro. Obviously, Grog and Kite and Stone Knuckles getting a big boy. Little combo action, again, fighting in hell, fighting against the dragons. This is the fight with Vorugol, where they summon the... Oh, I'm blanking on the name of the creature, but they summon a creature from hell via a gate spell, if I remember, to help fight them against Vorugol. This is an epic scene, and one of my favorite fights and fight scenes from Campaign 1. We got animated here. Again, it's going to be sick to see all of these D&D creatures, these hell spawn animated. It looks like it's going to be freaking epic, man. We obviously a little bit of romance for all my horny bastards out there. We got the Keyleth Vax a romance. Again, Thordak in all of his fiery glory, just incinerating everyone. Oh, what was that? A little funeral scene here, a no from Vex, a little foreshadowing here. This could be a number of people in this coffin. My guess here is that this is Uriel's funeral procession. Uriel, the sovereign, the king of Tal'Dorei, who we saw die in the beginning of Season 2, Episode 1, I believe. It could also be another character. I said we were going to do spoilers here, but I'm not going to say it. If you've watched Critical Role and you know what happens in Campaign 1, you know who the character I'm thinking of is. But if I had to guess, this is either Uriel's funeral procession or it's possibly another important character who I'm not going to say. My boy, Vex and Keyleth. We got Voragol again. The boys in hell, that's definitely the 9 hells here. Dragon Flame, again, Keyleth and Vex. Percy in his second gun, I believe that is the second pepper box, or that is the second one he made, or that was the gun he stole from Ripley, I could believe. All these tiny little Easter egg mans for all the hardcore Critical Role fans out here. Oh my god. Hell yes, dude. October 3rd. Oh my god, that's so soon, man. We got all these other creatures from the hells here. Oh my gosh. So epic, dude. Absolutely freaking epic scenes here. And yeah, that was the trailer for Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 coming October 3rd. That is just a few weeks from now at the time of recording. And holy shit, man. Am I freaking hyped, my dudes? Again, this show is absolutely fantastic, man. It's not just a great D&D show. It's not just a great show for Critical Role fans. It's just a great animated show, full stop. It's an absolutely amazing animated show that really just hits all of the boxes, again, in my opinion, for a animated show, a Western animated show. It's dramatic, it's intense, it's funny, it's epic, it's beautiful to look at. Like, it really just ticks all of the boxes, in my opinion. Probably my favorite thing about the show is really just the deep, intricate storytelling, all of these really deep, emotional themes, the fact that all of our characters go through their own kind of really, character progressing story arcs, which is, an homage to, Critical Role Campaign 1. It's super, super loyal to Critical Role Campaign 1. It is amazing to me how they've been able to adapt a D&D campaign so faithfully, but so succinctly, into a animated story, because Critical Role has hundreds and hundreds of hours of content. Like, the average episode of a Critical Role show is 4 hours. Sometimes they range into the 6 hours. So the fact that they were able to adapt this into an animated show is just some amazing, amazing script writing. I'm hyped. This show is amazing, and I cannot wait. Critical Role is something that's really, really important to me as a person. Again, I've been watching Critical Role since like the early days of Geek and Sundry. Basically since day one, I've been following this show super loyally for years now. It's been a really integral part of my life for the last like 7, 8 years now. It's gotten me through really great happy moments in my life and a lot of really down moments in my life. Critical Role has been there for me, for years now. And honestly, I owe me finding my love again for Dungeons and Dragons, something that I've loved since I was like 14 years old, to Critical Role. Critical Role really helped me get back into the hobby and into the space. And I know I'm not alone in thinking that. It's also brought a lot of new fans to the space, the D&D space. Again, something that is extremely important to me. D&D and Critical Role, they go hand in hand. These people are, and the show that they've made, are super, super important to me. I absolutely love all of the stuff that they are producing. I am a massive fan, a super fan. It's super, super important to me, and I think that they are really, really nailing this animated show. They're really doing it justice. I mean, if you would have told me years ago that the Critical Role team were making an animated show and it would turn out this good, I probably wouldn't believe you. I don't think, over half the fan base would believe you if you were to tell them that this show would have turned out as well as it has so far in the animated show. And it doesn't seem like these guys are stopping anytime soon. It does seem like, if this show continues to be successful, they are probably going to adapt, the second Critical Role campaign, Campaign 2, the story of the Mighty Nine, eventually into an animated season. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves because we still got a lot of Critical Role Campaign 1 to cover in the animated series, at least probably 1 or 2 more seasons before the story is all said and done. It's probably going to be like 5, 6 seasons just to cover Campaign 1. So we got a lot of animated show to get to, but yeah, guys, I am hyped. This season looks like it's going to be even more epic than the first 2 seasons, and I can't wait to watch it all and make content and reaction videos and breakdowns for you all to watch. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are of the Critical Role Legend of Vox Machina animated series in the trailer in the comment section down below. Again, if you did enjoy this video or learn something new, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as your engagement on this channel really does go a long way to helping to put these videos into the algorithm. And this content, these videos that I make, wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for viewers like you and your interaction and your engagement on these videos. So again, guys, a massive thank you. Again, if you did enjoy this video, then want to check out some of my other Critical Role and Legend of Vox Machina D&D content, which is on screen now, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you guys again so much for continuing to support me. Stay safe out there. Until next time, peace, love, adieu.